Low interest debt is the most dangerous debt you carry, and the maths doesn't work the way you think. Many people see a low rate and think they've won, but that's exactly where the danger begins. You took the loan because the rate was low. You kept the balance because the payment was manageable. You told yourself it was smart money management. You were comfortable, and in finance, comfort is often a trap. But comfortable debt is still debt, and it might be costing you far more than you realize. It's not just about the interest, it's about the psychological weight and the hidden opportunity cost that accumulates over years. A car loan at 4%, a student loan at 3%, a mortgage with a rate that barely moves. Individually, they seem fine, but together, they form a foundation of debt that limits your freedom. None of it feels dangerous, and that is exactly the problem, because when you don't feel the fire, you don't move out of the way until the damage is already done. Because low-interest debt still demands a monthly payment, it still limits what you can do with your money, and it still compounds against you while you sleep, taking a small bite out of your future every single month. The trap is not the interest rate. The trap is the false sense of control it gives you. You feel like you're managing your wealth, but you're actually just managing your liabilities. There is a concept called debt normalization. When the monthly payment is manageable, your brain stops treating the debt as a threat. It becomes background noise, like the hum of a refrigerator. And while your attention is elsewhere, that debt is doing two damaging things. First, it is reducing your monthly cash flow, leaving you less to save or invest. Second, it is blocking capital that could be working for you. The real cost of low-interest debt is not what you pay in interest. It is what you never earn because your money was already spoken for. That lost potential is the invisible thief of your wealth. The fix starts with honesty. First, list every debt you carry, no matter how small the rate. See the full picture. Low-interest debt looks very different when you put it all in one place and see the total sum. When you see that you owe $50,000 across low-interest loans, it stops feeling like a collection of manageable payments and starts feeling like the significant burden it actually is. Second, calculate the opportunity cost. Here is a real example. A £10,000 loan at 3% costs you $300 a year in interest. Simple enough, right? But look at the alternative. That same $10,000 in an index fund growing at 8% earns you $800. That is a £500 gap every single year. Over a decade, that's £5,000 of lost growth. Third, make a decision with intention. Some low-interest debt is worth keeping. A mortgage can make sense because it's tied to an appreciating asset and provides shelter. But passive debt is different. Passive debt, debt you are carrying simply because you stopped thinking about it, should be paid down on a clear timeline. Every pound you free up from debt is a pound that can start building your legacy. Once that debt is gone, your cash flow belongs to you again. You aren't just debt-free, you're capital-ready. That is the moment you transition from a borrower to an owner. Do not let a low rate make you a comfortable borrower. The world wants you to be comfortable in debt because that's how they profit from your time. Be uncomfortable until you are truly free. We need to distinguish between debt that builds wealth and debt that just sits there. If your low-interest debt isn't fueling an investment that beats the rate significantly, it's just a leak in your bucket. Every small leak might seem manageable on its own, but a bucket with 5 small holes loses water just as surely as a bucket with 1 large one. Your financial energy is leaking out. So, how do we attack this? You could use the avalanche method, hitting the highest rates first. But with low-interest trap debt, I often recommend the snowball method to build psychological momentum. Knocking out that small 3% loan might not save you the most interest mathematically, but the feeling of closing that account is what keeps you going until you've cleared the whole board. The goal isn't just to have a zero balance. The goal is cash flow mastery. When you control 100% of your income, you have 100% of the power to change your life and your family's future. Imagine a life where every pound you earn stays with you or goes toward your growth. No automated withdrawals for things you bought 3 years ago. That is what we are aiming for. Cheap money is a lure. It's the bait that keeps you in the system. To break out, you have to value your freedom more than you value the convenience of a low monthly payment. Next week, I am covering the trap that catches even high earners. People who do everything right on paper but still struggle to build real wealth. It's a shocking look at lifestyle inflation. Subscribe to Wealth Simple so you do not miss it. I'm John Brown, and I'll see you in the next one. Take control of your money today.